Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
Is tourism up or down compared to last year? Find out the latest numbers. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 tonight. I'm Lena Bleetz. Starting off with business, brought to you by G Bank, your best banking experience ever. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority reports tourism in the city plunged last month. The LVCVA reports a 7.8% drop in visitors from a year earlier and says the back-to-back declines in February and March were the worst since the pandemic. The 11.9% drop in February was attributed to the tough comparison against February 2024 when Las Vegas hosted the Super Bowl. But the drop in March could be caused by people cutting back on travel due to inflation and tariffs. LVRJ Assistant Business Editor Rick Vallata weighs in.
There's been some retaliation in some of these other countries. And some of that retaliation includes some of these residents of Canada particularly that are saying, we don't want to be insulted by the President of the United States, so we're not even going to visit the United States. We're going to stay home instead.
There were some bright spots in March's visitation report. Convention attendance was up 10.2%, and the average daily room rate increased by about 3%. Now to your top stories. The Henderson Police Department is investigating a shooting that left a woman dead this morning, according to authorities. Police said officers responded to the 1200 block of Imperial Drive just before 10 a.m. and located a deceased woman and a man with a handgun. Police said they attempted to communicate with the armed man for approximately 40 minutes, and then the man allegedly shot himself and was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The identity of the victim will be released by the Clark County Coroner's Office. A mother of 4 lost an eye in a shooting, and now Metro Police are asking the public for help finding the gunman. Martha Carbajal says she was randomly shot in the eye while driving home last year. During a news conference on Tuesday, she said there are no suspects or leads in her unsolved case. Metro Captain Jonathan Riddle said officers responded to the shooting October 5th at an apartment complex on Lamb Boulevard near Bonanza Road, and Carbajal was taken to the hospital, where she said she later learned she lost her eye. Riddle played video footage that showed 3 unidentified suspects fleeing the complex, and one could be seen clutching a gun as he jumped a fence. Police ask anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. A man with a history of mental health issues who stabbed a man dozens of times receives probation for the 2023 attack, a judge declared on Monday. 27-year-old Dylan Immels will serve a sentence of community supervision not to exceed 5 years, his attorney told the Review-Journal. If he violates the terms of his supervision, Immels could receive 5 to 12 years in prison. Last month, he pleaded guilty but mentally ill to 1 felony count of battery with use of a deadly weapon resulting in substantial bodily harm. After 3 years of traffic headaches, the Tropicana Avenue I-15 interchange is set to reopen tomorrow morning to near full capacity. NDOT says starting at 5 a.m. Thursday, you will be able to access the newly widened I-15 northbound off-ramp to Tropicana eastbound and westbound, plus the new Tropicana on-ramp to I-15 southbound. The reopening will also improve access to Arena and Frank Sinatra drives. But of course, there's more work to be done. Crews are scheduled to repave I-15 both directions in July between Warm Springs and Flamingo Roads, and Tropicana will be widened between Valley View Boulevard and Polaris this fall. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. The clouds are hanging around overnight and tomorrow, with temperatures dipping into the upper 60s for just a couple hours early tomorrow morning, reaching an overnight low of 67 degrees by 6 a.m. and warming up to a high of 84 and low of 65 on Thursday. The sun is making a brief appearance on Friday as temperatures heat up to a high of 90 and low of 66. Then back down to the 80s on Saturday, looking at partly cloudy skies, high of 88 and low of 62.
Sports brought to you by Station Casinos STN Sports. Download the app today. Back-to-back wins for Vegas. I'm Dominic Gavois with your VGK update. Brett Howden scores an OT winner to give Vegas a 3-2 win and a 3-2 series lead over the Wild, but the win not without drama. An offsides challenge on Ryan Hartman's late goal with a minute to go overturns that goal, keeping the game tied for that moment.
It saved our right, because we got a minute left in the game. I'm not saying we couldn't have come back, but that's tough. We took a deep breath, came in between periods, and acknowledged that we got a break. So let's go to work. Let's get back to our game.
Now the Knights have a chance to eliminate the Wild Thursday at 4:30 for game number 6.
In Health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. MakeAWish Nevada raises hundreds of thousands of dollars from its Walk of Wishes. The nonprofit organization tells us it raised $463,000 from the event at Town Square on Saturday. That money will help grant life-changing wishes for more than 250 children with critical illnesses in Nevada. In addition to the walk, participants got to enjoy the popular Touch-a-Truck area, a petting zoo, games, food trucks, and photos with characters from favorite children's movies.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The PGA Tour heads to Texas for the CJ Cup. Byron Nelson and Scotty Scheffler is an overwhelming plus 275 favorite at the Westgate Superbook to win the event. Now, no other player has single-digit odds, with Jordan Spieth the 18-1 second choice. Sam Burns and Sungjae Im are both listed at 25-1, with Byung-Hun An at 30-1. Siwoo Kim and Taylor Pendrith are each 35-1, and there's a group of golfers at 40-1 that includes Ben Griffin, one of last week's winners.
In your lifestyle news, a new sushi counter, restaurant, and speakeasy is open on the Las Vegas Strip. Nomikai, which means drinking party in Japanese, is located inside the Venetian. Up front, the sushi counter's menu includes sushi rolls, sakes, yellowtail sashimi, and cocktails. The speakeasy and restaurant are located down a hallway right behind the sushi counter. The restaurant features small plates, spicy tuna chips, and snow crab claws. Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, with live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Did Evel Knievel have a near-death experience in Vegas? The son of the founder of Caesars Palace is debunking those reports. LVRJ Entertainment columnist John Katzlamidas explains.
Jay Sarno Jr. has set the record straight after Evel Knievel's jump of the Caesars Palace fountains on New Year's Eve in 1967. Initially, the reports were that Mr. Knievel was fighting for his life after the ill-fated attempt to jump the fountains. However, Jay Sarno Jr., the son of Jay Sarno, the founder of the hotel, was at that jump. He was 9 years old. Knievel was being treated, and Jay Sarno, the elder, said to his son, the story that's going to come out tomorrow is that Mr. Knievel is fighting for his life, even though, in reality, he had just suffered some breaks in his leg.
Thanks for watching 7 at 7 tonight. Watch 7 at 7 twice a day, Monday through Friday, and search Review Journal to follow us on your favorite streaming platform. See you tomorrow morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.